Those Lightning Spines. Chapter 3. Since you've been gone, I am not okay. It was going to be easy, or so it seemed to our three heroes as they bolted out the back door of Destiny Sanctuary Peak High School Academy Grammar School and back across the football field towards a small block of apartment buildings and restaurants. Of course, they had not yet come into contact with Vane Gutless, and as a never coincidence would happen, that's exactly what they ran into on about the 15th-yard line of the football field. First, the horde of vaguely humanoid creatures before them appeared to be nothing more than your usual preppy high school students with bleach blonde hair, basic complexions, acne problems, designer brand t-shirts, and iPods blasting Clarkson music. There was no mistaking, however, the rather inappropriate-looking symbol on their abdominal regions, with pointing teeth and the obvious lust for, you know. "We've been discovered," Saladin remarked, as the hordes of preppy Gutless surrounded them, drooling and twitching and mumbling frightening things like, "Lagoon Beach last night was so intense," and "oh my god, I can't operate in the morning without Starbucks." They have to be dispensed then. Lexus held out his hand and the ground beneath him folded, rising to a pillar of stone in his trusty tomahawk. "We haven't got time for this," Vincent grumbled, but was quick to summon his ice out of thin air. "We are immune to their parasite, but I don't fancy finding out what happens if we get bitten or nicked in the leg." "We'll just have to make it quick." Saladin's 6 lances whirled into existence around him, and the 3 of them struck suitably intimidating poses, as it graciously allowed them enough time to gather their weapons before attacking. The ensuing bloodbath is far too dramatic and exciting for the author to properly convey here, but with numerous highlights. Saladin employed 5 preppy Gutless at once with his lances, facing freezing and souring a number of them, and Lexus squashing many completely flat with his mighty tomahawk. It would have made an impressive FMV sequence. In no time at all, the battle was over, and the Gutless lay in a bloody pile on the football field. "Science had trouble with those?" Fexon couldn't help but laugh to himself as they casually walked away from the massacre. "Honestly, we could have gently tapped him in the shoulder and he would have keeled over." "This is only one type. I'm sure they'll get more formidable down the road," Lexus pointed out. "Fexon, we need to have a little talk about your battle laugh," Saladin said a moment later. Fexon turned to his colleague, a dangerous glare. "What do you mean?" "Listen to you over there." "Ha! Ho ho ho! Your laugh is, in a very circular word," Saladin searched for the appropriate term, effeminate. "It most certainly is not!" Fexon snapped furiously. Squeaky did. "Shut up!" he roared. "I'd rather have a high-pitched laugh than a folks Prince accent like you." "A skullsmith? Fool!" Saladin looked very insulted. "How long have you known me, Fexon?" "2 lives, and I've always spoken this way." "You have forbidden your garden like the rest of us. You pretentious Anglophile gentleman." As he cleared his throat, "Kindly stop your bickering so we can reach the source of the signal. It's growing weaker by the second, and the longer we delay, the less likely we are to rescue our colleague, whoever it may be." Saladin and Fexon vigorously relented, as Lexus motioned them to follow him across the street. "And anyway, arguing about voice actors is stupid." "Hey, it is not stupid! I always have fun!" Meanwhile, in room 302 in the South Ashfield Heights apartment building across the street, Henry Townsend had been trapped for a little over 5 days. The inside of the door had been chained shut by a dead hippie in a flasher coat. The windows were locked, and nobody could hear when he banged on the door and cried for help. Encrypted messages from a dead guy in the ceiling were littered around the floor. But that's another story. You Silent Hill fans probably got that joke. The rest of you are currently looking at your screen and going, "What the fuck did he just say?" In the next door, in room 304, Zinky-kun was in the middle of preparing to deal with Axel once and for all. He had unfolded his sofa, a chair for a model that conveniently held a high-A charger slab, and strapped a weak, deflated Axel down to it in the most non-leading to a yaoi scene method possible. He was certainly in the middle of setting every large stereo system, taking out a nasty-looking injection machine filled with some dark, cooling liquid. "Look on the bright side, dude. You totally don't get to suffer like this no more after we get all this to you." Zinky-kun smiled, patted a tank of liquid, labeled Evangelion brand 100% pure ice. No artificial colors. Axel mumbled, halfway into a coma. "Well, considering it's Quentin Flynn, he's already had problems with angst. Just look at Rain." I mean, look at Raiden. Ow! Oh, dude, don't look so down! Slinky-kun patted his victim on the arm, reached over to the stereo, flipping a switch, blasting some mood music at top volume. Here, dude. So make my count ought to get you in the mood. Always works for me, dude. Burn it up! Just like a mass you slide to incinerate! Axel's eyes glazed over. His pupil's eyes got very small, his lips open as a screaming torture, but no sound could come out. He could writhe only in agony on the table, as he could feel his non-existent pulse clicking, his pulse swaying and his, starting to shut down. Unfazed, Slinky-kun pulled out a DS to play with his Nintendo. Snooky. Speeding at the corridors of the apartment building, our three heroes could only hear the roaring chords of pure, straight emo blasting from the third floor, followed shortly by a horrified shriek that could only belong to one member of Organization 13. Topic number 8. Lysis nodded decisively, as the computer finally pinged a precise identity on the signal. But not a Sam or Yuki, a genuine signal. Which means he's still on home, Saladin said, pounding a fist into his palm, but pulling off long, with that figure Zigboz Seme attending to him. The music got clearer as they got closer to the apartment. MCR! That sick-son of a bitch! Faces snarled fiercely. They arrived at the third floor hallway, and the music and screaming intensified from room 3 and 4. Saladin tested the doorknob, but found it securely locked and dead-bolted. Allow me, gentlemen. Lysis summoned up his tomahawk again and proceeded to beat down the door, until he was interrupted by a small voice in the air of the floor. Excuse me, sirs. I need to get into that apartment to see my mother. A frightening, chubby little boy in a striped t-shirt lisped and tugged on Lysis's jacket, pointing to room 302. He was the sort of creepy child you feel bad being afraid of, but you know it's going to grow up into the heart-stabbing, psychopathic little serial killer with aspirations of unleashing Silent Hill to a weekend in an apartment building and change the world as we... Well, that's another story. Okay, Lysis shrugged and simply went in the arc of his swing, quite earnestly taking out the entire wall, doors and all. Saladin, Vexen, and Lysis headed to the door and thrashed the apartment before them, and the creepy little boy squealed in horror at the damage, riding past the very surprised and weary-looking Henry Townsend next door. Dudes, who in the fight you in? Ziggy was understandably not pleased to see them as our heroes kicked down the door into the back room, horrified at the sight before them. That man you are torturing is a member in good standing of Organization 13, Saladin said, startling, pulling his lances out of the air again. And you are being made of the, of another member of Organization 13. We are thereby obligated to destroy you and stop whatever the hell it is you're doing. Haha, yeah, totally, dudes. We all heard about you. Slinky-kun snickered across his arms, having a seat on the torture slab for Axel laid motionless. Couple of freaks too ugly and unpopular to fall into our beautiful little society we got going on. Too bad, too bad. So you come around trying to mess up what the rest of us have that you can't? Totally uncool, dudes. You and your kind were never supposed to exist. Vexen snarled, shield in hand. You run off the trenches of a nobody who isn't supposed to exist in the first place. There is no part for you to play in this world, you wretched monster. Oh, dude, you're just jealous. That ain't nice, is it, Axel? Slinky-kun leaned down and taps Axel on the shoulder as the redhead begins to stir. I want you to press your body into mine and tell me everything's gonna be alright, Axel mumbled in a quiet, giggly sort of voice. They were too late. Axel had become a Yuki. You bastard! Lysis growled, lifting his tomahawk over his shoulder. How dare you try to destroy our organization like this? You will pay for your crimes! Hey. Now. Threatening assault is a felony assault on these part, friends. A new but somewhat familiar voice said from the doorway of the closet as Axel Seme stepped onto the scene. He looked very eerily similar to the Axel we all know and love. If that Axel had been eaten by a Hot Topic outlet store and spit out a weight loss quake, snarled evilly as would-be rescuers, cigarette pressed cleanly between his lids and arms crossed. Felony assault. Gotta memorize. Looks like to me, dudes, you're surrounded. Slinky-kun smirked. Meet my new buddy, Aku-chan. Aku, A-K-U-C-H-A-N. Got it memorized. Swap. Aki-chan grinned and flashed to the International Playboy sign. Wink, click, and point. Any of you boys want to take a ride on my pony? By pony, I do hope he means Rarity. There was a long pause. You're what? Feisty Nose nodded incredulously. You're horny? Let's do it. Ride my pony. Got it memorized? Aki-chan grinned. Leave that little wuss on the table. Let's get it onto it. Hot stuff. Oh, for the love of nothing. Zaldin slapped his forehead in disgust. Okay, we get it. Axel has a catch-facing accent. And Sigball has a California surfer-style accent. Is it really necessary for them to use it every single line of their dialogue, even when it doesn't make any sense? Dudes, it's called characterization, like, duh. Siggy rolled his eyes. No, rather, it's called I'm a moron and I can't write believable dialogue, Vexen snapped. You guys are mean. Aki-chan hissed, drawing out his two chakrams that more than a little bit resembled his Yuki's counterparts. Stop around here criticizing our work like you own the place, like you're some almighty grammar gods. Total snobs. Got it memorized. You know what you three are? Humorous. What are we? Sounded challenged. You three dudes are homophobes. Siggy pronounced very slowly deliberately. HOMVO8OBES. Got it memorized. Aki-chan grinned. You know what's scary? I've actually had conversations with an idiot like this. I would hardly consider opposing the defamation of our characters to be an act of homophobia, sirs. Alexis pointed out. No use arguing though, Alexis. They're semis. They have no brains. Alexis sneered. They're nothing but brainless, beautiful empty shells that exist only to have badly written sex with one another at the slightest drop of a hat, no matter how unlikely or illogical the time, place, or the motives. You'll never be able to reason with them. We exist for one purpose and one purpose only. Aki-chan cackled maniacally, drawing closer to our heroes so to attack. When our kind takes over the universe on the other side of Fandom Hearts, we will spread, and soon, not only all of Fandom Hearts, but all of the canon universe will be ours to command. Got it memorized? But for that to happen, dudes, Siggy joined Aki-chan in a round of evil laughter. We gotta snag your, Once we do, you'll be simpering Yuki wusses on the ground. We'll take your semis and do whatever we want. Aki-chan snickered. Speaking of whatever we want, dude, Siggy interrupted, scratching his cheek. I totally want to do you right here, dude. Only if I get to be top. That's it! Saladin roared. Conversation is over! And as he spoke, 6 lances went flying through the room in a tremendous whirlwind, accomplishing a number of extremely important tasks all at once. Lances numbers 1 and 2 made a direct beeline for the two semis on the other side of the trio. Number 1 embedding itself deeply into Siggy-kun's hollow body. Number 2 just barely missing Aki-chan. Lance number 3 appealed the main core of the oxygen detector, sending a shower of sparks across the apartment and igniting several piles of garbage into flames. Lance number 4 circled around its master in the air, as Vexus and Lexin dug under it, returned to Zaldin's hand one time to halt Aki-chan's Lungarian attack before he even started. Lance number 5 followed through on Siggy-kun, starting to send it back 10 yards into a wall. Lance number 6 hung around for a minute, before mercifully destroying the blasted stereo system, before Jarrah Wade could burst into another soulful ballad about suicide pacts, cutting your wrists, and all those other kinds of cheerful things. Forrest 6 returned to Zaldin's side, and he steered triumphantly to the instruction they wrought. Vexen leaned over and whispered in his ear, Show off! Very impressive, Zaldin. Lance nodded sagely, but number 8 Seme seems to escape. We'll follow him later. Right now, we're going to be dealing with Destros! Zaldin turned back to Siggy-kun, who was quite uncomfortably pinned to the back wall of the apartment, and looked like he was in a lot of pain. Dudes! That was so totally uncool! Siggy-kun moaned, reaching up and pulling the ends of his high pats, which was met with a small mirror. Here's my hair. Is my hair okay, dudes? I don't believe it. He's not even missing an eye! Vexen groaned, rolling his eyes. I guess he's just too ugly if he's disfigured, Your hair is unnaturally lovely as usual, Seme. Lexus approached Siggy-kun, cracking his knuckles. You seem to be trapped here. I imagine you'll be going after your friend. I got 2 lances pinning me to the wall, big dude. If you think I'm gonna go surfing? Siggy-kun spat. As if, you big dolt. Honestly, why is there such a stereotype? Because I'm a larger man, I'm an idiot. Lexus glanced over his comrades, who could only shake their heads and shrug. If I had time for every time somebody wrote me and capable of speaking in the first person. Benson pulled out the computer and did a quick calculation. The number of fandom hearts invocations of you, times 10, adjusted to the appropriate dollar amount, 2% margin of error. Lexus frowned. I wonder where they get that idea. Ignore them, Lexus. Let's see what we can do for number 8. Benson also stood up a pathetic UK of Axel, still strapped to the table. Unfortunately, it seemed not much. Axel was in the advanced state of female depression, sobbing despondently, clinging desperately to Lexus and Benson as soon as he was released. Lexus! He muttered pathetically. Where's Lexus? Oh, hell, we were hoping you could tell us, Axel, Lexus said calmly. What happened to you? What did he do? It was, where's Lexus? Axel sobbed. Lexus, I miss Lexus. I want Lexus to put it up my... Whoa. Too much information. Benson summed up promptly. Now, let's have a look at you. And what the world were they trying to do? Exactly. It struck his semi. Lexus said reasonably. His signal was that of a nobody just before we got here. Now it only reads a UK. That means he must have escaped from the castle before he caught the parasite. Benson frowned. Gullis must have apprehended him somehow and taken here to get his, the hard way. Do you guys know where Lexus is? Axel whimpered. Benson, you're not going to wake me, are you? There they go with the whip again! Benson grunted disgustedly. Is there just something about me that screams sexual predator? It probably has to do with your age, Saladin said lamely, as he was preparing to interrogate Ziggy-kun and testing just how well the two lenses had pinned her to the wall. I wouldn't take it personally, Benson. It's obviously not in his right mind. Though the situation is somewhat fortunate, actually. Lexus said, having a seat on the couch. If we track down number 8 Seme, we have his UK here as well, rather than back in the castle, as is the case for Sigbar. We can perform a little experiment, just figure out how to restore a nobody who has lost their, Brilliant idea, Lexus. I do love an experiment. In the meantime, we have bigger fish to fry. Saladin approached Sigbar Seme, his sideburns looking like they meant business. I want to tell us all about your species, Seme, and how we can restore our fallen comrades to the fallen selves. As if, Ziggy-kun snickered, made a mocking expression. You dudes ain't gonna make me do anything. I ain't scared of you. All to you. Saladin drew one of his lines and held business end of it dangerously close to Ziggy-kun's nether reason. I suggest you start talking, Seme, or we'll have a dissection in addition to our little experiment later on. Dude, not that! Ziggy-kun lost all semblance of composure. You're going to take my wee wackadoodle, dudes! Please, I'll do anything! Weakness, Benson took nuts, wanting to know as much as possible. Wee wackadoo. Lexus didn't want to know at all. And what happens if you do take a direct hit in the, Saladin queried. Ziggy's expression said it all. They die. Benson sneered and rode down. Splendid. How convenient for us. Once you die, Seme, will our comrades be restored, or must we take another step in losing them back to the former selves? Saladin continued, circling Ziggy-kun's no place with the point of his lance. Dude, I ain't sure! Ziggy-kun looked thoughtful for a moment. Then we proceed, blindly, in the noble pursuit of science and knowledge, Saladin said dramatically, glancing over his shoulder. Lexus, could one of you bring me the closest nearby container you can find, preferably airtight? There's a Tupperware here on the ground. Lexus held it up. A small square model with a sea green lid. Suitable for tortillas or leftover spaghetti. Saladin looked pleased to see it. Ah, perfect. Then let's see what happens, shall we? As excited as the author was to write a scene featuring the graphic castration and sensational death of an extremely persona Xigbar, she slowly began to realize that such a frightening, gory theme might attract a lot of unwanted attention from certain internet-based subcultures. Hey! Only that one time! Not that there's anything wrong with that, and not that she has any right to bash anybody's personal preferences, but she also has a right to protect her own sanity by preventing such a thing from being rejoiced about in her own fanfiction. Not to mention there's probably a doujinshi about it out there somewhere. So, in all manner of good, dramatic, suspenseful stories, we will now be abruptly cutting away to a different and far less important scene. Perhaps involving kittens. Unfortunately, the reader is out kittens at the present time. No, you may be out kittens, but I do have Derpy. Hi! Come on, Dinky. Okay, Mama. So instead, head back across the street to Destiny Sanctuary Peak High School Academy Grammar School to check up on our favorite alternate universe characters. It's currently after school. After school is hands down the most important part of the day to the students of DSPHASAGS, only because it slightly edges out lunchtime for one of the most dramatic, life-shattering events take place. Rather than actually, say, going home, the students will frequent the school commons and courtyard outside the main entrance, skateboarding, chatting, or hang out, or whatever it is you kids do after school these days. After school today did not hold very much promise for sweet, innocent little Kyrie and her friends, who sat under the officially dubbed dork tree, burst into their own activities and in-depth discussion of what they plan to do instead of going to the formal this evening, and also last night's Stargate episode. Gosh, who needs to go to the formal anyway? It's totally retarded, okay? Heiner whines, putting defensive touches on his vote for Penn sign. You guys want some tots? Sir. Phoebe accepts a small paper container shots, nibbling on them, staring longingly and nodding across the way. But still, I was thinking I might go. Vivi-chan, na Desu-kan, domo kawaii agete most of the roboto. Tested, okay, Haley. Watashi wa Toriko Ibito Namine Senpai. Oh, Phoebe, I know you really have a crush on Namine and everything, Kairi said gently, patting the younger boy on his shoulder. But she has a boyfriend. You're like selling yourself up for heartbreak if you're trying to go after her. Riku and her are really close, you know. On the other side of the courtyard, Riku was really close to touching some hot male upperclassman's thigh as they sat together under the bench in the tree. I know, Vivi sighed, but still, wouldn't we make a great couple? I could take her out to dinner, and we could go conventions together, and she could dress up like Micah, and I could be a Tahone, and we could kiss for picture poses in the hallways. Yay! Vivi-chan, Namine Senpai is so gaijin, see, como daisi tomo teriyaki sumikura sakura de Rico Forkprunes. Vince crinkled his nose and shook his head. Yay! Yay! No way, Jose! Gus, Phoebe, that sucks. I know just enough Japanese to realize he said no 3 times in that sentence. Maybe next year I'll make people vote for you, okay? Phoebe sighed sadly. Thanks, Hainer, I guess. Aw, cheer up, Phoebe, Kairi said with a smile. I have an idea. Let's get about Namine and buy some tickets and cause friends. All 3 of us? 4, corrected Hainer. Huh? You, me, Hainer? Gosh, Kairi, you forgot Pence. Hainer adjusted over his shoulder. Pence? Kairi glanced at Extinction with an eyebrows raised. I didn't know Pence hang out with us. Yeah, Pence. He's only with us all the time. You're retarded. Hainer said accusatory. Gosh, eat it. Kairi no baka. Baki Kairi, forget the Pence-chan. Exissamori. Now you're just not even trying. Pence looked at her mournfully. Baka no how, Kairi. Fingers is no wound. Well, God help me, guys. I don't understand anything he says, Kairi said defensively. I wasn't sure if he was hanging out with us or just, I don't know, following us around speaking some gang-raped version of Japanese to bother us. Japanese? There's no such country in this world. Now you're making up geography. Gosh, Kairi. Hater rolled his eyes in disgust. As Kairi and his friends continued making witty, satirical jabs at her irritating fanfic trends, across the courtyard, the popular kids were pointing to Wilson. They were bet to turn Kairi into the most popular girl in school. Get ready, you guys, Sora said haughtily. He sniffed his belt, coating himself with Axe body spray. I'm going to knock her feet so fast and so hard, she'll be popular by the time she gets back up. Like, down it, okay? Namine huffed, filing her nails. Kairi's way too far gone to have any remote semblance of popularity thrust upon her. Am I right, Snooky? She smiled distantly and rubbed Riku's foot. Huh? Riku got sidetracked by the words fast and hard in Sora's last dialogue. Oh yeah. Last chance, Riku. You got any more rules or professions you want to lay on me? Sora asked him. I'd love to. Riku mumbled distractedly. Huh? I mean... Riku shook his head to regain concentration. Let's see. You have to take her to the formal tonight. What? Sora interjected suddenly. I was planning on standing near her, thereby elevating her coolness up through the roof. That'd be, like, way too easy. I say you should make him take her to the formal queen. Snooky, Namine suggested, grasping Riku's arm and cuddling it like a video iPod with pale skin. That's a great idea. Kyrie's gotta win Formal Queen tonight in order for you to win the bet. Ricky said with a maniacal grin, eyes alight with imaginations of various different scenarios where the kisses I mean ass kicking. What? But guys, that's impossible! Sora screams indignantly. Everybody knows the vote is totally rigged. Oh, let's go to win Formal Queen because she's on the student senate. And someone for the senate always wants to dance with royalty. Riku, a nearby and as the unnamed popular student said, horrified, it's the way she's always been. Yeah, dude, that ain't fair. Kyrie will never win. The votes have already been counted and incinerated to destroy all the evidence, Sora whined. Well, you better make us a new one, Stan. Nobody teased in a sing-song voice. Here she is, sitting under the dark tree, Sora. Hurry! Go and get her to the formal with you. Yeah, dude, go! Riku gently shoved Sora towards the state with Destiny, though Sora stopped him in stride. What, checking out? No. I need you to get your hands out of my back pockets. Sora complained over his shoulder. Huh? Oh, how did those get there? Riku withdrew his hands from Sora's ass and waited until nobody else was watching him, to rub them against his cheeks violently. The conversation under the dark tree had turned back to G-Force coverage at this year's E3. We totally owed you, lamers! When the three geeks, and maybe Pence, but nobody really knows what he was saying, detected something amiss in their world. Guys, do you feel something strange? Kyrie asked the others. They nodded quickly. Yeah, it's like something doesn't belong here, Vivi murmured. Minasai! Setsu no kawaii window no tabemasi yukima. Watashi wa nana karachi jitsutsu sauro to kotorazo ni wa. Tennis babbled. Gosh, you guys. There's a totally cool kid under a tree. Hater strange on terror pointed at Sora, who just arrived. May the force be with you or something? Sora raised his hands in the long live and prosper symbol. As scores of nerds across the internet had strokes at the author's careless mangling of fandoms. What's up, homies? I only will because I have my keyboard with me. I'm typing very furiously, author. There. I just hit the enter button. I hope you understand my rage. He was met with a lot of white stares for the others. That is to say, I was walking through the hallways today with my notebook of +5 studies or something. Sora attempted to strike up a lively conversation. And I was thinking, dude, Xbox totally blows, and Ocarina of Time was totally the best Metroid game, and Episode 3 sucks ass, and hey, the formal's tonight, right? Well, formal in Klingon is Makakaruta. Oh, it is not. So I was actually thinking Makatuska is tonight. But anyways, I was thinking, I don't have a date or nothing, so I might, spend the night at home playing World of Warcraft or something. And I was like, so hey, maybe I'll go to the formal. So, hey, Kyrie, you want to be lay into my Luke and we totally go together? Kyrie's friends could only stare in shock, trying to get past the slew of headache-inducing, nerd-killing inaccuracies until Kyrie finally caught on. Wait a second, Sora. Kyrie's eyes widened. Did she just ask me to go to the formal with you? Sora scanned the conversation. Yeah, I did mention something like that. There was a moment of sudden silence, and Kyrie's eyes narrowed. Who's paying you and how much? Nobody's paying me! Sora shook his head rapidly. Honest! There is no way a self-centered asshole junk like you will want to ask a geek like me to the most important formal dance of the year, next to prom and homecoming. Kyrie glared at him suspiciously. There's gotta be some catch. What's your game, Wana Kurigi? She stood up and poked him in the chest, a no-nonsense glare from her face. Football, lacrosse, and field hockey, and soccer, and baseball, and football. Sora replied proudly. Kyrie did not seem impressed. Now, I mean, what's up? Are you going to kidnap me and humiliate me? Leave me on my body on the football field like some kind of bad CSI episode? Dump pink bloods on me? Do you owe somebody money? Or is this some kind of twisted bet that I'll obviously gay goth kid, and if you don't make me the most popular girl school, and extremely short fan of time, he's going to make out with you against your will? Huh? No way! Sora burst out laughing at that last suggestion. Dude, that's ridiculous. I just thought, that the most quick situation we have going on to school is, kind of sad. I figured I'd take the first step and reach out with my hand to promote unity among our peers, resulting in more cooperation, tolerance, and higher school spirit, connecting us all in our hearts with fond memories of harmonious high school days? His voice rose in a harmful squeak. Bullshit! Vivi roared. Gosh, you guys are retarded. Rainer rolled his eyes. Fuck, I guess you! Pet screamed silently. Wasabi! Oh, and my mom rented a limo. Sora shrugged. Oh my god, a limo! Kari's eyes lit up. And of course I'll go to the farm with you. Yay, I'm so happy. As Kari cried in Sora's shoulder, and feeling like a princess having all her dreams come true, Sora maneuvered her to turn around so he could shoot Riku a thumbs up over his shoulders. Riku sighed dreamily. This all concluded with a horrified scream from out in the parking lot, where unfortunate little Larry Kind stumbled over upon his father and Miss Larxene in Filante Dilecto in front of the seat of Mr. Klein's pickup truck. Larry would require 9 years of psychological therapy and would eventually suffer a massive breakdown and rename himself Shirley, moving to a distant tropical island and selling overpriced Ray-Bans to tourists for the rest of his days. Time to cut back to the characters we, and by we I mean the author, actually care about, and also a few hours ahead. The author craves whiskey. Well, you're not getting it. If Trixie can't have her freaking bourbon while she works here, you can't have it. Trixie objects to these working standards. Salad, Vex, and Lexus have been gone from the prose for several pages, and for the sake of the plot, several hours. There are a number of things he could have been doing during this long stretch. And no, each other is not a valuable suggestion. Shut up and go Google it if you're so desperate, horn dog. There'll be none of that here. In fact, to utilize what remained in Zinky-kun's laboratory in Apartment 304 to do a little impromptu experiment on what resulted from the gory end of Zinky-kun. For symbolic purposes, a glowing purple substance that resembled a popular depiction of a soul, a misty glob of something. This was, in fact, Xigbar's, For this fanfiction video game, they would momentarily seen a "You got an item" screen, where the item was called 2 times Xigbar Stone. Enjoy that imagery in your nightmares! It was currently safe and closed inside the case of Tupperware that Lexus had found earlier, carefully stuck in whatever interdimensional backpack that also holds the organization's weapons when not in use. Tested stone would not spoil and would not vanish away, as long as he kept it enclosed and away from any freaking accidents. It would not manifest itself into Zinky-kun. Our heroes could keep it safe until they were able to return it to the world that never was, and back to Xigbar where it belonged. For the time being, though, there was a more important mission. It was find and destroy Aku-chan before he escaped, summon a large number of stronger gutless, or worse, find a way to come through on his goal of unifying even more hapless victims. Once things at Room 304 had been promptly cleaned up and sealed away, the signal on the back of the guidebook began to blink incessantly, leading our heroes back to... Oh, hell. Alexis muttered. He was carrying the guidebook in one hand, and Axel's pathetic, mercifully unconscious body in the other. The first person who likes Axel to a damsel in distress and writes an adorable yellowy fig to go along with this image will receive a brick for the face! Whoa, Alexis, stick your tongue in my ear. Axel murmured stupidly. Alexis mercifully knocked him out cold. No, absolutely not! Vexen snarled, shaking his head readily. I refuse! We must remain strong in the face of trial, gentlemen. Zelda didn't look exactly thrilled either, as they stood across the football field again. They'd been on their way back to the Destiny Hawaii High School, and were distracted by the crowds and headlights and colorful banner now festooned the outside gymnasium. Annual Spring Fring Formal Prom Hop, it read. A high school dance. You'll never find a more wretched hive of angst and frivolity. Faisal lamented, and yet we're picking up the signal and Axel Seme from within. I like today. It's astounding. We must stop number 8 Semi from wreaking havoc fiction. Lexus told him sternly. If he has something planned, say, transforming all the male students in the school into gutless, we have a real problem on our hands. In our, Let's make this an in-and-out affair, Saudi. Sounds suggested. Not at all. We know Seme's weak point. We just need to destroy stacks of Seme. Then we can see about restoring number 8 here back to its original state. Besides, it can't be that bad in there. I was wrong! Salda corrected himself as they entered the gym. Subject to the strobe lights and squirming, grinding teenagers. The smell of perspiration, BO, and body spray potpourri, and the sound of some shrieking bird woman squawking about humps, checking her lady humps, and whatever the hell those are. Hurry up and get that signal, Alexis! Fexy was getting quite annoyed as horny teenagers came grinding next to him. He was getting stronger. Seems to be coming from somewhere beyond that mass of students. Alexis had to yell over the music, gesturing to the far end of the room. He set Axel's body down in a chair for safekeeping and rolled his chairs. We better start digging. Our 3 heroes set themselves to pushing and pulling through the writhing mass of sweaty high schoolers. Similar to this math, Kairi and Sora were actually having a very good time together. Kairi had endured an unnecessarily extreme makeover at the hands of Naminé earlier that evening, and was wearing probably too much makeup for a girl her age. Nevertheless, he did look quite pretty, and even quarterback captain of the football team jock Mr. Popular Sora had to admit, when she wasn't doing weird things like studying, or finishing her homework, or watching sci-fi marathons, or wearing glasses, she was quite attractive and, dare he say it, he might have been falling for her. Kairi, on the other hand, was beginning to grow enamored of Sora's ridiculously stupid comments, his slow wit, and his inability to go out without messing sports for 10 minutes at a time, his perfectly white teeth, his adorable virginal naivete. A slow song was rapidly approaching. She was highly considering letting Sora dance with her during it. Rather than the usual trick of giggling, commenting on how lame the song is, and standing awkwardly 2 feet apart for staring at each other, without touching until the song ended. Short distance away, Naminé was getting a little frustrated with Riku. He had been behaving so well so far, worn a tux and a pink tie that perfectly matched her dress. He loved his hair hanging on his face and looked best, seemed dedicated to spending the entire evening with her. Aside from the fact that he was staring forlornly across the gym the entire time, whispering unsettling things like, "You look so good in my shirt," and "I wish I could be your red-headed princess of heart." "It's almost time for the royalty announcements," Naminé whispered to Riku. "We'll see you Sora Ulsa's money." "Money?" Riku mumbled. "I didn't bet on money." "You didn't?" Naminé was stunned. "Then what did you bet him?" "I said I'd kick his ass if he did," Riku replied. Many things happened all at once, exactly as Riku spoke. If just one little event happened, maybe things wouldn't have gone badly as they did. But, well, they didn't. They did, and here we are. As Riku opened his mouth to speak, a small amount of saliva built up in the back of his mouth, causing his tongue to slip when he announced kick. It created a hissing sound, which made the word come out more like a kiss. Was, of course, what Riku was really thinking right then, but that's beside the point. As Riku opened his mouth to speak, the last notes of the last song faded out, and Jim had fallen silent for only the next second, as the next CD queued itself over the DJ's turntable. This created a perfect theater for Riku's comment, "I said I'd kiss his ass if he didn't," echoed all across the room, quite loudly. Of course, Riku was dating the most popular girl in school, so everyone knew who he was referring to was. His bet with Sora was a very popular story. Everybody seemed to know about it except for Kairi. As Riku opened his mouth to speak, Sora and Kairi had been a moment of a heartfelt discussion on how surprisingly well they were getting along. This led to a moment of them staring into each other's eyes, and in that silent moment, it occurred to both of them that it was time for a kiss. Let's return to the proper course of events, right after Riku's fateful comment that echoed across the school. Naminé was an oblivious girl, but not so oblivious he couldn't hear and know about the rumors of her boyfriend being the biggest causing case at school. As Riku was trying to kiss Sora for losing the bet, something crackled within her. Suddenly all rumors seemed true. "Kiss him?" Naminé's face opened. "You want to kiss Sora?" "What? No, of course I don't!" Riku stumbled. "You're gay!" Naminé finally shrieked. "Everybody's right about you, Riku! You're totally gay!" "No, I'm not!" Riku went pale, trying to defend himself, but unfortunately ruined his argument mid-sentence by happening to glance over at Kairi and Sora, seeing them about 3 inches from the kissing. Silence in the room, he could hear Sora mumbling, "This'll be my first." "No!" Riku screamed erratically, and hurled himself through the crowd of people. Tackling Sora only moments before he and Kairi had their mutual first kiss, knocking the football player on the floor beneath him. Kairi could only stare in shock as Riku stood up, hurriedly muttering, I just did it again! Seriously, don't let everybody try to stare at me like that!" "Riku, what on earth are you doing?" Kairi cried out. "I'll tell you what." Naminé appeared beside her like a bat out of hell. "Riku's gay!" "Duh." Kairi, about half of the body muttered. "Not only is Riku gay, and not only has he humiliated me on the most important night of my life, except for homecoming and prom, and maybe my wedding," Naminé roared, "but he just made a bet with Sora that Sora couldn't make you the most popular in school in one day, and if Sora lost, Riku was going to kiss him!" Kairi's jaw dropped as she stared in horror down at Sora. "What? Sora, is this true? I... Sora was still a little distracted. What with being taken out by a brawny goth kid only seconds earlier. "Well, yeah, but... You bastard!" Kairi shrieked. "I knew there was a catch! You didn't like me at all. You just asked me to form on a dare. How could you do this to me? I was just starting to trust you! I hate you, Sora Haruki!" I'll never forgive you for making a fool of me, Riku. Not many burst into tears. I'm not gay! Riku screamed. No, Kairi! Sora sobbed. It was for all the money at first, but I changed my mind. I love you, and Dara, no. I want you to be my girlfriend. No! Riku screamed again. Oh, Sora, do you mean it? Kairi whispered. Yeah, Kairi, I meant it. Sora nodded sincerely. I'm sorry I doubted you, Kairi whimpered and pulled Sora to his feet, hugging him tightly as they kissed. And the king and queen of this year's Spring Fling Floral Prom Hop are Sora Karuki and Kairi Tsukikame Kage. A random Senate member called out over the microphone. Alette was currently upstairs, burning down the Senate office. Kairi, baby have come near down scenes. What the heck's wrong with you? How can you let this humiliate you and take advantage of you like this? Never forgive a second later. If they real, fuck real bastard. That's how they tells me. Oh no! Gosh, Kairi. Hainer snapped. Whatever happened to your brain? Gee, Sora. Nami was distraught and ready to take her anger out on anybody. What happened to your nuts? Oh, don't worry. I'll be needing those. Very sinister voice rang out across the gym. From behind the DJ booth, an explosion of fire appeared Akachan, wielding his chakrams with a large, disturbing lava lamp set on the table beside him. The students screamed in terror, backed away from the scary man. Except for Riku, who was strong on a rebound. Hey yo, kiddos. The name's Akachan. Akuchan. Got it memorized? Akachan howled with laughter, releasing a fire spell that closed all the students inside it, confined them to a small heap. And I hate to be raining down on your happy little high school thingy here, but my boss, Grandmaster Fangirl, requests the uses of all your you-knows. But some of us are girls, protested one girl front. We don't have you-knows. Don't worry, babe. I'll be dealing with all you lovely ladies in as well. Akachan winked steadily at her, because we of the gutless don't disseminate our ring of tender by gender. Got it memorized? Yeah, we got it memorized. On behalf of the Grand Ruler Fangirl and all of us at Orgy 9, I'd like to welcome you to our gutless army. Akachan held up the lava lamp and pointed the other end to a nearby power bar. The contents of the lamp began to hum and churn turbulently, emitting a bright purple glow all across the gym. Male students screamed in torture and clung pathetically to their friends and dates, complaining of a terrible pain in their, Female students began to feel awfully busy and unnecessarily abusive. A few felt like they were about to die in a tragic accident that would leave their boyfriends no choice but to heal their mental anguish of wanting sex of the male-male variety. Some fellas assumed they wouldn't exist at all. Except for Riku, who was honestly not affected by either affliction. Just as the collective, a sturdy body began to condense as a mist up in midair. The flames in all sides of the gem were extinguished when a sudden burst of deep blue ice crystals. What the fudge? Akachan snarled, backing away, nearly avoiding being sealed within an ice crystal himself. What's going on? As much as I love to see this insipid hellhole burn to the ground, if you're going to make up a high school AU, you might as well do it decently! A cool, vicious voice snapped from the darkness. Vexen appeared from the shadows, wielding his shield of ice and firing abrupt rounds of icicles at Semi-Menace and his equipment. You! Akachan cringed, leaping nimbly out of the way of the ice attacks and rushing towards him. You dumbass! Don't you realize it's too late? I've become something new, something better. I've become something real. I created this world. Led towards Vexen, flaming chakras spinning wildly and only barely deflecting off his shield. With my powers, the powers of the gutless, this domain is ours. Got it memorized. This school, these students, this entire world, all of Fandom Hearts is under our control. The Orgy's control. Control of Grandmaster Fangirl. Don't you see? You could be part of something so much more, so much bigger, if only you cooperate. I'd rather die! Vexen seemed to take extreme offense at this suggestion. I'd rather be killed than lose my, and become a separate wuss like the others, or a psychotic sex bee like you. Oh my gosh, guys, I just thought about it, but what if Equestria Girls is Negan's way of parrying that high school bit, and it's only when Sunset Shimmer comes in, does everything seem to return to normal? What is he doing down in Equestria Girls? I just thought about it. James Vincent says, I'd rather be killed than lose my, and become a separate wuss like the others, or a psychotic sex fiend like you. That's too bad. Akachan sneered. Noxie fixed his back with a strong attack, turning to the hordes of half-gutless students. Gutless! Tear them limb from limb. Got it memorized? The halfway mindless students looked as though they were about to advance on Vexen, but they were stopped by a fence of 6 lances. A fierce wind tore through the gym, urging the suffering students back and away from the seme, tearing down the decorations into a great tumultuous whirlwind of sharp militant debris, including the lava lamp. It was shattered into a million glowing pieces. Your plots are recycled, your character archetypes are slight and unoriginal, and your dramatic attempts are unconvincing, weak and desperate at best. Sheldon added, standing on the other side of the gym for Vexen. Thanks for butting in, not. Akachan had 2 chakrams, exactly enough to send them wildly flipping around, spinning wildly both Vexen and Zaladin, concentrating on fending them off with their weapons. I hate it when people show up and ruin my fun. What's the fun in this? Zaladin sneered. The 6 lances sunk into the floor, creating a temporary cage of sorts around the seme. Lances suddenly flew in all directions. The DJ booth rose off of the ground and hit the floorboards, riding a wave of rock and earth that jutted up from the floor like a mountain. You have been evilly spawned from one of our comrades. You are no longer fit to live or exist in this or any other world. Lances raised his hand, and Akachan was lifted up on an enveloping quagmire of rocks and dirt, slowly sealing him from within. Short, your plan is a failure, and your time is up. What the fudge? That ain't fair! Akachan squirmed against the rocks and was sealing his hands from behind him, his feet to the ground, lifting him in shards of lava lamp high in his hair. You don't exactly play fair, Seme. Let's just start to a smirk. No! Don't do this to me! Akachan screamed at Thras, finally the ceaseless tide of earth that was slowly engulfing him, pulling his arms backward and mumbling as he faced him up. I'll make you scream for mercy! Mercy! Got it memorized! I'll dominate you! Every last one of you! Oh, so sorry, Akachan. Vexen approached the Seme from behind, going one of his hands on a blade of ice. I don't think you have the nuts for it. No! Riku shrieked from the crowd of students. But I love him! No, you don't! Vexen snapped. The pros cut away in time to hear, but not witness, Akachan's final moments. Ah! Roxas! Roxas, where are you when I need you? Roxas! Show up! Stupid. Got it. Saxon held it to Temporary triumphantly. 2 glowing purple somethings floating gently within. Let's see the students at Destiny Sanctuary, Peak High School, Academy, Middle School knew how. Some hapless CJ was struggling to get another CD on a turntable. They snapped out whatever soundtrack they'd been in. Ugh, what happened? Sora mentioned, rubbing his eyes. Ow, my groin hurts. Mine too. Ritsu no Kiki Gengar, boy! What were we doing? I don't remember, but I had this feeling, Dominique whispered. Cliques are stupid. We should have fun and all hang out together as a big group of friends tonight. That's a great idea, Dominique. Riku agreed. Company feels Sora's ass. It certainly is, because, no matter what clique or group we belong here in high school, after graduation, it won't matter anymore, Sora said seriously. We'll all be out in the real world, holding out city jobs for meager pay, and a lame middle school class upper coil. So we might as well make the best of things while we're still here in our stupid little fantasy mini real world. Here at Destiny Sanctuary Peak, Academy Buttercup Daisy Brightening High School. A soulful background melody played. It was probably graduation by Vitamin C. Oh, sweet! Yeah, all students at the school were professionally trained dancers. A light coming from nearby, smelling gasoline and burnt matches. Hey, Riku said, no, teen movie! ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? La biblioteca es allí. ¿Dónde es Pedro? Pedro es la biblioteca. Pedro es allí. Penn said wisely. Wow, wicked awesome party. We their he's. And all eyes rested on the full boards of decorations. Want to see my dance moves? They did. They all did. Meanwhile, up on the GS Existentialist, Leslie set the ship's course on its way to the next world, while Zaladin and Vexen decided to see about rescuing Axel from his predicament, or, worst case or worse, putting him out of his misery. They laid the unconscious Yuki on a convenient table, and Zaladin clutched the Tupperware in hand and made his express a deep concentration. We'll need to be careful. If If we're lucky, the thing will take back to its rightful place without our help. But we must be ready for anything. Let it be known that should this ever happen to me, if you can't get my, back within 20 minutes, I want you to take me out. Vixen said, Lori disgusted at Axel's new fashion choice. Disgusting. What those gutlets will do in pursuit of a thrill. By the way, don't want us to hear at this moment. It doesn't need the ship, Saladin warned him. Don't worry, Saladin, said assured him. I doubt any of us could even muster the nerve to talk about such a thing. Good! Saladin opened the Tupperware and held it towards Axel's unconscious body. The room filled with purple light, and a soft, wispy purple something rose from the crack of the container's lid. As Saladin and Festus watched in awe, it twisted, it curled itself through the air, and it immediately seemed to recognize where it was going. It immediately stepped towards Axel and absorbed itself into him. And were it to speak, it would not let a soy's cry of, I'm home! I'm home! Home at last! The author apologizes for the mental image, actually. As you should! I'm again going to write a nasty comment on you. Suddenly, Axel went to pain and flinched, clutching his sword, growing his eyes wide. Ow, what the hell? Gah! Vixen? Saladin? Lex? What the hell? I have to wonder if you really want to know, number 8. Lexus told him. Good to see you back to your old self. Saladin smirked. Back to... What do you mean? Axel sat up slowly, ran his fingers through his blood-red hair, looking quite out of it. All I can remember is... Lux is acting all weird. Then everybody else started acting all weird, so I made a break for it. Then I got to Hal Bastion and all these weird little heartless-looking things. As we thought, Face nodded with a triumphant smile, writing down Axel's account into his notebook. Am I nuts? Or was there a really pretty Zigbot running around here for a while? Axel rubbed his head, highly horrified at the thought. To make a long story short, our organization is under attack by an army of gutless. They have stolen of most of the other members, kidnapped 2 of them and yourself, and setting off on a plan to take over the universe. Lexi said evenly. Oh, Axel muttered. Important question, Axel. Saladin cut in. When was the last time you saw Roxas? Disappeared from the castle. We feel the gutless may have kidnapped him. Before the author puts down Axel's reply, she will have you know that for this story, and all for future intents and purposes of her, Axel and Roxas are best friends. Friends! Without benefits. Buddies, pals, chums, comrades. Not lovers, no kissing, no sex. Nothing but friendship. Stop reading into it right now. It won't change ever. Proceed. Well, gee, I knew that. Jeez, I don't know. Axel was suddenly alarmed. We were up in my room playing on the PS2, and suddenly he starts... I don't know. He was acting weird. I noticed a big-ass bite mark on his hand, and I figured I'd go tell Superior or something. See if he knew anything. But when I got out in the hallway... The gutless. Vixen murmured. Well, like only 1 or 2. I didn't know what they were, so I teleported my ass out of there. Went to Hal Bastion, figuring to catch my breath then, and head back to see Superior, but, well, dumb idea in retrospect. So you say they got Roxas? Yes, but as we found you, we'll find him, and number 12 as well. Leslie said optimistically. So Axel, I got a favor to ask you. While you go back to the castle, keep an eye on things. What? I ain't going back in there. They'll get me again. Axel snapped in dignity. No. You've got to gain immunity from the gutless and their parasite. Faces assured him. Do me a favor. Find a camera and take some pictures with you. Pictures of what? Axel raised an eyebrow. Oh, trust me. You'll figure something out. Faces smiled darkly. Do not try to laugh at them too hard, Saladin sighed. After all, you'll have your moments too. Stand near the DE I mentioned, number 8. We'll teleport back to the castle. Let's just prepare to make the red button. Okay, but where are you going? To the next world, Saladin said, his voice brass and determined. We have no time to waste. Unless we continue this all bravely, no matter what trials we may face. The ship was engulfed in a white light, and the occupants vanished for their respective destinations. Look at it this way. Nothing could be worse than the high school AU, Saladin said. I was wrong. He said this to me about 20 seconds later, as they landed in the next world.